Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. What's going on? You turn the camera a little bit that way. Shalom, there we go. Shalom, what's going on, Israel? We back at it again. The round table of truth, follow-up edition. You know what I'm saying? Where we come on every Tuesday night and we get it in, man. Following up from Friday night. You know, every Friday night, Captain Quad and his whole co-host, they hold down the Roundtable Truth podcast at 8 p.m. You know, make sure y'all tune in to that. Definitely got to shout that out every time. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be able to do this follow-up edition if it wasn't for, you know what I'm saying, the actual podcast on every Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Ayesha K, you already know, man, what's going on. We here to wake our people up. You know what I'm saying? On the follow-up, we bring out stories, prominent stories, you know what I'm saying, things that's in the news scene today, and we bring out, you know what I'm saying, facts on it. You know what I'm saying? We bring out things our people need to know. You know what I'm saying? So big up, you know what I'm saying, to the ISUPK, of course, Commander Journey Hana, you know what I'm saying? And let's get into it. We ain't waste no time tonight, man. Let's get into it. Of course, like I said, this is the follow-up show. But with that being said, man, this is an interactive show. So, man, if you tuning in with us, make sure you get with us, man. And, you know, drop some comments. You got some questions, drop your questions. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into these topics, man. Let's dig into it, man. Right now is the time where everybody got a voice. You get what I'm saying? Everybody got something to say. So this is a platform where we want to interact with the audience out there and give people an opportunity to voice their opinion. You know what I'm saying, and get their questions answered as well. You know, regarding any of these topics we're gonna bring up. All right. Of course. Before I give you the floor, Partizan, we're gonna have a special guest coming on tonight. We're gonna have Precinct Officer 1000 Karyash Ban Gad is gonna be coming in. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be making an appearance, speaking on this so-called holiday that's called Thanksgiving coming up. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna give us a little information. He gonna drop some truth on it, and he gonna give us a perspective of a Native American, you know what I'm saying? Because we know, according to the Bible, the tribe of Gad in the Bible is considered the so-called Native Americans today. You know what I'm saying? So, and those are the people that was trampled over, you know what I'm saying, in history when this so-called holiday was Thanksgiving was created. So we're gonna go into some of that. We're gonna probably get some of that later on. But we are gonna get into a couple topics beforehand. So, Partisan, with that, man, you got anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank y'all for rocking with us this week. We had some technical difficulties going on next week, so we had to run you know what I'm saying, for a rerun or whatever. But you know, we back this week, got hella topics. You know, we probably ain't gonna even be able to go over everything we want to go over. You know what I'm saying? But like Priest, like I just said, we got my brother and Officer 1000 Karyash tuning in with us a little later. You know what I'm saying? He's from the tribe of Gad. If you don't know who the tribe of Gad is, the tribe of Gad is the tribe who Christopher Columbus and his people came over here and slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? That's why they celebrate Thanksgiving. If you didn't know, the celebration of Thanksgiving is celebrating the mass murder of the Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? And but that's the way of Esau. If you don't know who Esau is, that's the white man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into the full breakdown with that brother, and we gonna go into how celebrating Thanksgiving is a big slap in the face to our brothers and sisters from the tribe of Gad, the so-called North American Indians.
Damn right, man. Osai Christ, man. So once again, man. But before we get on Thanksgiving, which we gonna get on Thanksgiving, better believe that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stand up for our brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's out there on the reservations now. You may not even see Native Americans today walking up and down the street. And it's like you said, it's a complete slap in the face. Even though you don't even see Native Americans walking on the street, you don't see them in the stores. You hardly see Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? And in honor of that, in honor of the white man slaughtering of them, they have a feast to their downfall. And in the position they in, they have a feast in honor of them doing that back in those days. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely get into the history of that, man. So with no further ado, man, let's jump into this first. Before we get into that topic, let's jump into this first topic right here, man. We gotta touch on this, man. Check this out. Let me pull this one.
Be sure to like, share, comment, please subscribe to this page. That way we can get out. Boost also helps to boost our algorithm.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If you like anything you hear, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Please.
Let's check this out.
I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meatpacking plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper.
Real quick. Now, why this?
Look how he looking. Look how he looking. Like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Right. Like, I just want to, and this is just the beginning. Like, this is the first 40 seconds of this. Of course, this is a Catholic priest or a prayer, or what you would call a prayer warrior in the church. No different than what you see going on in the Baptist church, so-called prayer warriors, and Methodist church with prayer warriors and everything. This is a prayer warrior, and this is the Trump. This is a church in Washington D.C. that's being filmed, that the president is at, and a lot of other politicians and his whole family and everything. And as you see this white lady that's speaking on the atrocities that's happening to Hispanics right now, with ICE invading their neighborhoods and invading our neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? He got this look on his face like, man, don't forget, this is in church. Please don't forget that.
And one other heavy point, Donald Trump is a full-blown Christian.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
He in the front row. He in the front row. He get first class service in the church. Like, just because he's the president of the United States. I need someone to show me that in the Bible that he, you know, first row. He in the front. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like, as she's saying all of these crimes that's being committed against these innocent people, these people that's working hard, that's building your roofs, that's cutting your grass, that's cleaning the hotels every morning after you been a filthy, disgusting rat in it all night. You know what I'm saying?
Tending to the farms, as she just said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Being the workers.
Building
this place.
She pretty much saying keeping America afloat, exactly.
Right. And he got this look on his face like, when is she gonna be done? When is this gonna be done? This is the look he got on his face, like, you know, when a kid is in church and they ready to go and they bored. That's how he looks right now as she's speaking on these things. I'm gonna play on.
He finna go to sleep.
Documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes.
Mind you, they call the Hispanic immigrants on their own land.
Mm-hmm.
of our
This is the
churches
land
and
of the
mosques.
Hispanics. Am I right?
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? All this belongs to the Hispanics.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, Thanksgiving is celebrating. Is celebrating the is a celebration of illegal immigrants.
Right. That's heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy. That's exactly what it is.
That's what Thanksgiving is. You finna celebrate it's a celebration of illegal immigrants coming here and killing the people who really own the land. Unalive.
TikTok.
Yeah, that's TikTok.
Yeah, they'll get you a body.
Yeah, my bad for the but unalive.
Yeah, but,
you know what I'm saying.
It's so heavy what you're saying because as we looking at this video, we see that they in this huge church with these beautiful windows with all of the art, beautiful art and everything. And who's filled up in these seats?
Esau.
It's all oppressor. Esau, the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's who's sitting in these seats. The real immigrants that were immigrants before the 1400s, before the 1300s, and all of this, and all of that history back then. You know what I'm saying? Like before the white man was in America, who was over here? Native Americans and Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? That's who was over here. But now they sit here with their suits and ties on like they just at home. Like this is just their land. You know what I'm saying? And they hate to hear about how they're treating the people who embrace them. Like nobody loves America more than Hispanics and black people. Nobody loves America and embraces more. Even though you see them white people that's saying, oh, MAGA, let's make America great. Let's stand up and we gotta make our country great and all of this. They don't love America as much as Hispanics and black people. Let me tell you how. Because when did black people go to where did they go to the Pentagon on that in January? What was that?
That was the that damn. What was that?
I thought it was
when they bum rushed the
that wasn't no Hispanic movement. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no black power movement that went into the Oval Office and
not the Oval Office. That's the White House.
What was they at?
What is that, man? We just go say the Pentagon.
I know it was in DC, and they rushed in there and bombarded and proceeded to do all type of heinous crimes against the damn government of the United States.
And Trump pardoned all of them.
And he did. Criminals, convicted criminals.
I mean, but Trump a convicted criminal, so.
Right? So it makes sense. And even though he's a convicted criminal, he's sitting in the front row of the church like he's holy and thou.
A convicted criminal running the United States, president of holds the highest title that you could ever have in America. 34-time convicted felon.
Commander in chief, man. Let's play this, man.
Synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution.
This is the deceitful part about this. I just want to make this point. I'm going to play the rest of this clip. This is the deceitful part of it. See, this white woman that's claiming to be a child of God is going to speak for God and ask for mercy from the president. She's saying that we pray that you don't come in our communities and affect our families. Ain't nobody coming in her community. She's not in Humboldt Park. She's not in Little Village. She's not in the ghetto in the slums where we just came from. What was we at? 47th and
47th and National.
She's not from those sides of the yard. You know what I'm saying? She put it on this front like she loved these people, but really she's just looking to further this kingdom by saying, have mercy, Donald Trump. Have mercy, trying to paint a picture that, as long as we just ask for mercy, ask for help, everything will be all right. Let's just pray about it and everything will be all right. But that's not actually how revolutions start and things change. Things don't change by asking your enemy for help. You know what I'm saying? And this white lady think that that can change something. But what Hispanics need to understand, you can't ask your enemy for help and think that's going to change something. What you got to do is stand up with your brothers and your family, and then force them to stop. You know what I'm saying? Inflicting this hate on you, man. How do you do that? Stop giving your love to them. Stop celebrating their holidays, celebrating their customs. That's really the key. The key ain't asking your enemy to have mercy. You got to understand something. The white man, he don't have the ability to have mercy. If he did, we wouldn't be in this slavery for 400 goddamn years.
Plus.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't be in this condition if the white man had mercy. If the white man had mercy, Donald Trump wouldn't be the president. You know what I'm saying? Him being the president shows you that this country is headed for destruction, and they don't have no mercy on anybody if it's at the hands of them losing America. And that's what they understand. If they stop oppressing Hispanics, they stop oppressing black people, then what? They're going to lose this place because we're going to take over. That's the only way that they can keep America afloat, is if they keep so-called blacks and Hispanics in oppression. That's something that Donald Trump, he has a scholarship in that, in being able to oppress the Lord's chosen people. That's his profession. And that's the only reason he's the president right now. Look at his face. He's tired of listening to this lady. I'm going to play on.
In their own lands, to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers in this land.
Oh, this is the other thing that I did want to touch on. You heard what she just said? Let me play that one more time. This is something very key I wanted to touch on.
Our God teaches us
that
we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers.
See, this is the
deceit. She said in this land.
Right. This is the deceit of the so-called white man and woman, as you see. They're going to hold that Bible. They're going to teach you the Bible like it belongs to everyone. They're not going to teach you the Bible as if it belongs to a certain people. They're going to make it broad. See, now, what's she say? Oh, we have to accept the strangers because we were once strangers
in this land.
But she's not using that contextually. She's not saying that was the Israelites that was supposed to treat the strangers of their people as
their brothers.
As their brothers. She's not using that context. She's using that in a totally wrong way. And this is why your oppressor don't supposed to have your records. Because what are they going to do? They're going to use it to seduce you and to gain power over you. That's all that she's doing with this scripture right now. You know what I'm saying? But quite frankly, what she said is right. If this place is Christian, if this place believes in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? They say in God we trust. You know what I'm saying? You go in the courtroom and before you go up there and say anything, you got to put your hand on that Bible and you got to swear on the Bible. So if that's true, if they believe so much in this Bible, then what she's saying should be enacted. So why is ICE and the Trump administration inflicting all of this hatred and trying to deport every damn so-called illegal immigrant out of America when the Bible says you're supposed to accept the stranger and love them? Why? Because you was a stranger before. Even Donald Trump himself, his damn forefathers was, his damn great-great-grandparent was a damn immigrant from Poland, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in Europe. He was an immigrant. This is the thing about the white man, man. They don't have the ability to understand where people coming from. They don't have that ability. They're just so greedy. They want all the money and power and fame that they're going to just murder and rob and tear families apart in order to do so. You know what I mean? So I think it's a little more on this. It's only 30 seconds more. Let's play the rest of this.
In this land.
In this land.
May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being, to speak the truth to one another in love, and walk humbly with each other and our God for the good of all people in this nation and the world. Amen.
What you got about this?
Man, what I got right now is the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Did you I don't especially on y'all on TikTok? I see a few of y'all that joined. I appreciate it. If y'all could just share a TikTok for me. I'm gonna start going live on here every week as well. You know what I'm saying? But what that lady has done, she has shown fake compassion towards the 12 towards the tribes. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it was. Because I guarantee you, I'm willing to put my last dollar, which ain't much, is that she voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm willing to do. She voted for Trump. And now she's trying what this did right here by them filming this gonna gain her some type of notoriety, and it's gonna continue to fill up her church. And right. More members mean more money. Right. Don't be fooled by this. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? By this fake compassion, of course. This is a attempt. But what she did, she smelled more money in an attempt to get more money, and she threw a little fake compassion around. If how I know it was fake compassion, because you could see her reading from a book. Real compassion comes from the heart, from the mind. It don't have to be written down. It flows freely because it's natural. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I got on that slot.
And another thing I could say too, like this one thing she ain't realizing, the scriptures say, who can turn straight with the Most High made crooked? I'm paraphrasing. But the Lord made this man that way. The Lord made, you know what I'm saying, Esau, our oppressor, to be a crooked and evil, conniving devil. That's who he made him to be. So you asking for mercy, it's like asking like we say all the time, we use the analogy, that's like asking a lion to love a hyena. It's not a cartoon, it's not Lion King. You know what I'm saying? You can't try to fabricate something that the Lord already deemed. You know, the Lord deemed the white man to be a disgusting bastard. And the only way for us to change that is for us to get right. For so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to change our ways. We can't expect them to change their ways. That ain't how this thing gonna move and change. You get my point? So let's play this other clip, man. And it's so perfect, the segue of us changing. This is the key thing what we gotta do. We gotta get out of the Christian church. We gotta get out, like you're saying, we gotta get out of this fake mythicism of us loving our oppressor. Like, we got to get out of that mindset. You know what I'm saying? And the first way we get out of that mindset is we got to stop believing in the religion that taught us to do that. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, if so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are not infested in the church, shalom, word. If we're not infested in the church, what's going to happen? We're going to understand, man, we got an enemy. But when you're in that church, your mind is being diluted and programmed to serve your enemy, because that's what Christianity is all about. It's nothing. Christianity is nothing less than white supremacy. That's what it is. And if you follow that religion, you are going to be subject to white supremacy. And you're going to hate your own people. You're going to hate your own brothers. You're going to hate your own, your marriage. You're going to hate your marriage. You're going to hate your husband, hate your wife, your children. You're going to hate them. You're going to tear families apart because that's what the religion of Christianity is for. It's for destroying the lives of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, the real Israelites. And it's about uplifting white supremacy. And we're going to see that in this example. We're going to see an example of how Christianity is destroying families and destroying children's minds and teaching them destructive things. Let's play this clip real quick. Now, I'm going to make it a little bigger. There we go. Check this out.
For your friends. I don't want to hear you thankful for your teacher. It's not about that right now. You're going to say what you're really thankful for. We're going to start off with Sister Penelope.
I'm thankful for my family and God.
Come on, G. See, you do this in the schoolhouse. You got to do it in the church house.
That He can save my life. And that He gave His own Son for me to be here.
I'm thankful for my stepmom because she's, I can't say that.
You see? You see the angle on? I can't see the angle on.
You're going to get it together. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Because I'm done. Bastard. Enough is enough. Amen. So get it together. If you be mad, I don't care. But you're going to get it together.
I'm thankful for my stepmom because she listens to me better than my actual mom. Thank you.
Pause.
Because she was what?
Pause that. Pause that.
She was what?
No.
Listen to me.
Right now, in the name of Jesus, I speak.
She said she listened to me better than my mother listened to me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make one point, man, regarding this. Before we get into we ain't even at the meat part yet. We ain't even this video is so horrific, man, and it's so destructive. Number one, because this is supposed to be the house of God, right? And all I hear is like a bunch of hyenas. This sounds like a bunch of hyenas trying to get to the rotten food first. That's what hyenas do. They try to get to the rotten food. They don't even hunt like fresh food. They try to get food that another animal already killed.
The remains.
Right. That's what they go for. And that's what I hear in this video. It's like a whole bunch of hyenas just yelling and trying to get to a little piece of meat. You get what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that they're doing this, these women are in the front of this church, you know what I'm saying, leading this church. I want to ask anybody that's watching this, where is God in this? That's all I want to know. Where is God in this act right here? And what they're doing? Because this is what I'm supposing that they're doing. That they're making these children get up in the front of the church amongst the congregation and say what they're thankful for. Right? They're making these kids get up and say what they're thankful for in honor of Thanksgiving. And real quick, just a side note, man. A lot of you people talking about you don't celebrate Thanksgiving because of the history and everything. What the white man do, you just doing it because you thankful for this and you just want to eat. But you understand that the same people that ordained Thanksgiving, they getting their dinner ready and they cooking the same damn food you making. They cooking dressing, you cooking dressing. They making turkey, you making turkey. They making ham, you making ham. So what make it a damn difference than what you doing? Just because you say it, No, man, you putting up those same foods that they putting up. You gathering your family just like they gathering their family. You know what I'm saying? And this church is having the same spirit of trying to be thankful and trying to, put that spirit of being thankful in their church, just like the white man doing in his church right now. You know what I'm saying? And you see the wickedness that comes from it. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that I want to point out, when so-called Black people and Hispanic people gather together for these holidays that the Lord is against, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all of these things, that's when the most crime happens. You know what I'm saying? That's when you see the family in its real condition that it's in. And you see how it's being torn apart. You know what I'm saying? And this is a representation of that. While they trying to give honor and thanks to God, you see that they don't even know how to handle themselves because it's all a front and a show and a scam. That's all it is. It's not even real. It's like a damn TV show. This is not the real house of God right here. This has nothing to do with the Most High. This has something to do with a whole bunch of bitter women that want to get up there and overspeak men and act like they know how to run the house of God when they put on a damn foolery show, embarrassing little children. You know what I'm saying? Leading them astray, completely astray. Let's play a little bit more of it. Let's see the hyena in its full form.
And you can tell the mom and daughter don't have a good relationship. You just heard what she said. I'm thankful for my stepmother.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She's jealous. That's all it is. The Lord said a jealous woman is damn near the worst type of woman, man. Because she's going to do what? She's going to harm a child because of that jealousy. She's going to destroy her child because of the jealousy that she has for another woman.
Especially if, you know what I'm saying, the stepmom and mom didn't have words concerning that man.
Mm-hmm.
And not a child, and you know what I'm saying? That's another topic, but okay.
Let's play this a little bit more.
To the enemy that's trying to rule and reign in you, right now, open the door. Open the door. See, what you will not do. See, the word of God says we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but against the principalities of the darkness that try to do stronghold. And what we will not have right now in the name of Jesus is that. So
that ain't even what it's saying.
That try to do.
Come on. She gonna make it fit what she trying to push. See, this is why we say women should not teach when it comes to scriptures.
Especially not the Bible, exactly.
Women should not be teaching a congregation. You know what I'm saying? And this is one point I want to make, man. Big shout out to the women in the ISUPK.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're not acting like women like this. First of all, what is the order? The Lord said, I am not the author of confusion. What's the order in this? You have the mother up there.
I don't see a man nowhere. Ain't no order.
I mean, what is this? Is this a mockery or something? This is a mockery. This is a mockery. The Lord said, I am not mocked. They're mocking the Most High by doing this thing right here. And they doing it, and these women really think they believe in God. I think they do. You know what I'm saying? But really in their mind and in their heart, they really just bitter women. They really just bitter women, and they using that I love Jesus and God is in my mind and in my heart. They using that as like a power source. You know what I'm saying? Just like a demon do. They use the Bible against you. You know what I'm saying? Like just like the white man does. They use the Bible against you, just like you see these women using scripture to tarnish this child's mind because she has a better relationship with her stepmother than her actual mother. Like they told her to tell the truth. She said, don't mention no friends, don't mention no teachers. She said, I want the truth. Tell me what you're thankful for. And the minute she give the truth, this is why they say, man, some people can't handle the truth. It's too much for you. The young girl went up there and said the truth. And what happened? It's a whole freak show now. It's a whole like Commander Junior Hunter said, it's a whole exorcism now. Now she's just a total demon now because she told the truth. Well, maybe if her mother listened to her, there wouldn't be an issue. Maybe if her mother wasn't a jealous bitch, it wouldn't be an issue. Because that's all this is. The spirit of jealousy and the spirit of just tarnishing black men. That's the real, like unveiling of this video. It's the hatred of black men. You want me to tell you how? Because she's mentioning her stepmother. The first thing that's triggering in these women's mind is what? Oh, her father left this woman, her actual mother, and got with another woman, a better woman. And that's striking up all of the demons in them and all of the jealousy in them. That's what it's doing.
Because what? Another man left them as well and went and got with a better woman.
Come on.
But what they not asking themselves is, what do this woman do or bring to the table that I don't? And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna tell you, ladies, it's peace. It's not how much money you make. It's not your degrees. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes all a woman has to bring to the table is peace, and that's enough for a man.
And
that's it.
And can I say one more?
Go ahead.
The ability to listen, like the young girl just said, the ability to listen makes a difference. One thing I noticed, everybody want to talk. First of all, it was the mama had something to say. Then there was another woman up there talking. Then there was another one came out of the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? The big demon came out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something to say, but don't nobody want to listen to her. No, don't nobody want to, ain't no telling, a young black girl, the young black children, young Hispanic children living in America today are living a confused life. Have you ever heard of social media? Have you ever heard of the education system, what kids are being taught? You want to be able to listen to your child, man. And this young sister got up there and said, I'm thankful for my stepmother. Why? Because she listens to me better than my mother. Big up to the stepmother, being able to listen. You know what I'm saying? If she listened to her child, you better believe she listened to her husband as well. And obviously you can see these women here, they don't have a bone in their body to goddamn listen to anybody. And I guarantee you, if it's any men in this congregation, these are the weakest men that you will ever come across. I'm talking about the weakest and the most softest men, because what right man in his right mind will sit down, tuck his tail while these women are putting on this act of foolishness in front of everybody? What man in his right mind, his right spirit will sit there and act like, oh, they just doing their thing. They in charge right now. That ain't the type of man that's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, like head of a family. And you think because you let your woman do what she want, happy wife, happy life. Nigga, that's what this creates. A damn a freak show. This is like a damn Tyler Perry movie. You play a little more.
So the enemy that's trying to live in you, making you think that, we cast that out right now in the mighty name of Jesus, whether you like it or not, because you will bow down to the Most High God.
I don't want to hear no toys. I don't want to hear.
Man, we done with that. Unless you had anything.
Man, no, we had touched on pretty much it, but you know what I'm saying? I just want to add, when kids do stuff like this, instead of trying to tear them down and go against them, see where they coming from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See where the kid is coming from. You got the little girl. She just told you she thankful for her stepmother because she listens. Pay attention to these kids. You don't think kids deserve a amount of respect? You supposed to respect kids as well. You know what I'm saying? Kids deserve respect as well. You know what I'm saying? And you as a parent, you supposed to, go to your kids. You know what I'm saying? What's up? You good? What's on your mind? Come talk to me. Come take a drive with me. Let's go grab us a burger or something. Talk over there. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of being a parent. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
And this little girl just said she was thankful for her stepmother just because she's listens. You know what I'm saying? You know,
she's a monster. Her mother's a monster.
Man, you know how many kids out here turn demonic because they don't have a voice or an ear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Their voice is taken away from them, and they don't have an ear for nobody to listen. So they turn and do whatever the demon on them, because what that does is puts a demon on the child. And that because you not listening to the child, you know what I'm saying, or giving the child an ear, that demon will listen to everything the child wants and needs, and the demon will provide it for him in a ungodly way. You know what I'm saying? And then what comes about, the child becomes what they call disturbed teens. That's what they call it. You know what I'm saying? And all the parent had to do was take a few days out, every other few days, once a week. It just, what's up? You good? You know what I'm saying? You straight? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Love.
That's
all
it.
it is a little love. You know what I mean? Why they think, I bet a bunch of these raggedy women is thinking that this is tough love they give. This tough love. You know, sometimes you got to give tough love and you got to fight them demons hard. No, this is not tough love. This is embarrassment, man. This is not the type of love that you should give to a child that's saying that she needs someone to listen to her, especially a young girl, man. This is the type of situation I see. You know what I see when I see this mother in this condition? This young girl going to grow up and she's going to get another man. She probably got a boyfriend now. She's going to get another man and she's going to be jealous because that man might start looking at that daughter. That man might start looking at that daughter. And Lord forbid, molest that little girl. And that little girl going to tell her, Mom, this man did this to me. He's doing this to me. And she's going to say, don't say that. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I'm going to release that demon. You lying. You lying. That's the type of woman that treat a child like that. Like their voice and what they're thinking, how they feel does not matter. That's why it should be a father in every home.
Damn right.
So we can have a defense towards wickedness like this. You know what I'm saying? So with that, man, let's get into.
And you know, if I could, you see what the lady did. Soon as the little girl told her she was thankful for, she acted like the little girl had a demon. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? That's not a day. Like speaking the truth and speaking your mind, especially as a teen, as a kid, that's not a demon. You know what I'm saying? If anything, that's the beginning of getting the demon up off you,
right,
or the potential of not letting the demon get on you to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But women, I don't know, like especially Christian women, you know what I'm saying? They didn't went through they little phases out in the world, and now the only man they believe they need is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But Jesus Christ told you the head of every woman is your man. You know what I'm saying? What you need is a man. Christ don't want you as his woman. You know, Christ is your brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? Christ came here on this earth and he did everything he supposed to did for you already.
Right.
When Christ come back, ain't none of y'all gonna be his wife. Ain't none of y'all gonna, you know what I'm saying?
You think Christ want a wife like that anyway? Christ don't want no hyena, man. These are hyenas we just saying. You think Christ want a woman like that anyway? Christ didn't even have a wife when he was here. He had work to do. And now you think after he then went up and put the spirit in all these brothers to build up and to destroy America, you know what I'm saying, through the power of the Most High, you think he gonna come back and want one of these hyenas right here? No, I don't think so. He gonna want a sister like a One West sister, a peaceful sister. A sister that can listen, a sister that can treat their child like they love them with patience and understanding. He ain't gonna want no woman that's bickering at the child like they having a argument, like two little girls arguing over a piece of damn candy. It's logic. Go ahead.
No, you good. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, Christian women, they know they have a demon, and they know most of the time the way they living is wrong. That's why that's what the whole reason they in the church anyway. You know what I'm saying? To try to appear to be godly or nice. What you know what I'm saying? Like they be knowing, you know what I'm saying? They know exactly what they be doing. But the demon didn't grew in them since a little girl, like this little girl who told you, I'm thankful for my stepmother. They didn't have the demon since that age. And now the demon, 20 years later, the demon is just grown to be too strong for them to control. They try to hide it, you know what I'm saying, behind the Christian church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But look here, we got my brother, Karyash Bangad. He just entered the building. You know what I'm saying? We finna get him rocking and rolling with us as well. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, I just want to say this. We not bashing women up here. What we doing is pointing out what the Christian church won't point out, or what the man that's sitting in there with y'all in the Christian churches won't point out, because they have no spine. They're too spineless. They don't have the balls to say it. You know what I'm saying? Because because they tired of hearing y'all damn mouth. Mm-hmm. But up in here, you know what I'm saying, in One West under Commander General Yohana, we are taught how to deal with women like that. And that's all it is. Trust me, sis. Yeah, all y'all with them demons on y'all in them Christian churches, we love y'all. We do what we do because we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just don't take it the wrong way when we do these things, because we get on our men just as well. Don't think it's no one-sided. This just another podcast that bash women. We don't bash women at all. If you check us out, ISUPK, it don't matter. You will see we the utmost lovers of women. You know what I'm saying? You get with one of us. Ain't no such thing as we gonna stick our rod in you, and you know what I'm saying, and no more. You got a husband for life now. You know what I'm saying? We the utmost loving of black and brown women. You know what I'm saying? But in order for us to love, continue, you know, love women the right way, we got to point out their flaws, and we have to correct that.
That's real love.
That's
the real love.
That's perfect love.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't no fantasy love like what you see when Romeo and Juliet, or what the other damn movie? What's the movie that the boat crashed and now the nigga froze trying to
Titanic.
Yeah, this ain't like that old fantasy love. Real love in the black and brown community is gonna take black men stepping up to correct our black women and tell them, look, baby, that's wrong. You can't do that. You can't treat a child like that. You can't, be jealous and act that jealousy. You can apply it to a child. You know what I'm saying? Go beat yourself up about it. Go get mad. Go punch the pillow. You know what I'm saying? Go do that. But don't go in the Christian church talking about, like, God is going to release this demon from you. No, that ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to understand. And us telling you that, real men stepping up and correcting our women, that's real love, because that's real care. That's real sincerity. We want you to change. We don't want you to go down a road of death and destruction, because obviously if you look around in the black and brown community, while black women has been voiced and been the head of the house, big mama and all of this, you see what it's led us to, destruction. You know what I'm saying? So in order for us to come out of that, it got to be reversed. The black man got to be at the head of the house. It got to be Big Papa at the top. It can't be Big Mama running the show. That's not going to work. But with that being said, man, I think we didn't stump that into the ground.
Man, we definitely did. I just wanted to, touch on that side, because women, they look at it, you got all these podcasts I had that actually do bash women.
Right.
And you got to think about it. A lot of these niggas running these podcasts is part of part of that community, that
Everybody
alphabet
suspect.
community.
If you're in the UPK, everybody suspect.
You know what I'm saying? And sis, if you and then to the sisters out there, if you don't believe what we saying, we you could look up, you could get up with some of our wives in the UPK and ask them how we get down with our wives. You know, you ain't gotta take it from us. Our wives will let you know. This come get you a One West nigga.
That's right.
But
let's get Karyash, man. We got Karyash Ben Gad in the building, man. The water surfer holding on. You know what I'm saying? While we going in on this topic. Of course, you can tune in on this topic before we get on Thanksgiving and everything. But let me go ahead and bring you up real quick. Ben Gad, what's going on, sir?
Hey, no problem. Hey, Lord Christ, can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Come on, sir, we can hear you. Lord Christ, sir.
No, Most High Christ. So all of y'all for having me on the follow-up, man. You know, Round Table of Truth, under Commander under Captain Malquad. You know, big shout out to the brothers for holding it down and inviting me on here, man. And shout out to all the brothers that be holding down the Round Table of Truth. You know, all Fridays. You know, what y'all talking about today. You know, I've been watching the show since y'all been live, man. You know, y'all been going in on it. You know, and this is what brothers and sisters need to hear. So definitely, I'm here with y'all, man. While having me on.
Right. So if I could, I was Karyash. We had to bring you on. You know what I'm saying? Knowing you of the tribe of Gad, so-called Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Right. The tribe of Gad, according to the Bible. You know, and knowing the history, why Thanksgiving is coming up right around the corner. It ain't even around the corner. It's next door. You know what I'm saying? Couple days. A lot of people have gotten their turkeys already. They gathering up. They making phone calls to see who house they going to meet up at and what they doing after. They gathering up for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the black and brown community. Of course, our oppressor, the white man, he's gathering up. But you know, we following up right behind them, holding them coattails, trying to lean on their culture as well. So I just wanted to bring you on to give some insight. You know what I'm saying? Not only from the aspect of Native Americans, why everybody's in this spirit of Thanksgiving, but also if you could speak on the aspect of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians gathering together right now during this time of Thanksgiving.
Con, absolutely. What you saying is so heavy, Ash, because I just got off the slave like about an hour or a few ago, right?
Yeah.
And when I got off, man, I had to stop at Joe Lasco just grab me one simple thing. I'm at Joe Lasco, man. That joint was filled to the brim. It was the parking lot filled. You go in the store, there's barely no standing room. And I forgot what was going on. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, why everybody at Joe Lasco? It's not the first of the month. You know, ain't nobody getting their checks. So I'm sitting in there confused. And that's when it all hit me, like you just said, Thanksgiving in 2 days. People, blacks, Hispanics, whites, everybody in there buying their turkey, buying all that disgusting food they bought. And let me tell you why it's disgusting. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all think your grandmother about to make the best turkey of them all, the best candy yams, the best collard greens. That is about to be trash, man. It's garbage food. And it's garbage food because you celebrating the death of your brothers, man. If you are Black, Hispanic, and Native American, especially, me and Asha, we taught class yesterday. Shout out to my man Asha, man. And we went over this. You celebrating Thanksgiving in this day and age, in 2025, when you got a Nazi in the White House. You got the SS Nazi brigade, the Proud Boys militia patrolling your streets, and you talking about Thanksgiving. You got little Hispanic girls being pepper sprayed in the face at 1 year old, and you talking about Thanksgiving. It's Native Americans being harassed after all the years of persecution here in America. They have been getting stopped by ICE agents and detained. So what the hell are we talking about being thankful for?
Right.
Like what you saying, Ash, is so heavy because Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans now more than ever, you should open up your eyes and say, you know what, man? Why am I celebrating Thanksgiving? Why am I celebrating Christmas? This nation is the one who implemented all these holidays upon me. So why am I celebrating it when everything they implemented on me is doing damage to me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right on point, sir. And if I could just give the a lot of our people, they're gonna say it's not for Thanksgiving, knowing the history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You catch that a lot going on nowadays, even though
Right.
there's a spirit behind it. And if you gathering around that table, you gathering with your family, you in the same spirit of Thanksgiving. So
Right.
if you could just give the perspective and give a little bit, I know you very keen on the history about the Native Americans and what happened during the time where the so-called pilgrims or the Americans at the time came over and how they obliterated the Native Americans and they made feast about it. If you're able to, sir, can you just give a little insight on some of the history when it comes to that?
Right. Absolutely, man. I'm gonna give you, because we don't got too much time, so I'm gonna give you basically a brief intermission about all of it.
Right.
The simplest way I could put it for you like this: Christopher Columbus came here to the Americas on a mission, and you can find this in his diary. Christopher Columbus came here to enslave, and pillage. You can find that all throughout his diary. You can find that in all his writings, the King Ferdinand, the Queen Elizabeth, whoever was the damn queen at the time. I think it was Elizabeth. But he was writing to the King and Queen of Spain. It's talking about he was going to find this fruitful land, and he was going to find many inhabitants of there that he knew were going to be able to make good slaves.
Right.
And he gets to the Americas, and if you want, we could pull it in Black Indians, unless y'all pulled it already. I don't recall y'all pulling it.
No, we got that yet.
You pull Black Indians.
We got the book up here. That's Black Indians right there.
God.
Yeah, we got Black Indians right here.
Because we got, and this is a powerful book. If you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, I'll tell every brother this, man. And you love the unity and the unity as you should. You should love the unification of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go pick up this book, man. Go read this book. This book is about nothing but Black, Hispanic, and Native American unity. All you niggas out there, all you brothers that got your mind twisted, all you Blacks and Hispanics, they're saying, what have Black people ever done for us? What have Hispanic people ever done for us? What Native Americans ever done for us? Go read that book, and you're going to see exactly what Blacks and Hispanics have done for each other, man. Right. This book is written by a cat that he found out he was a Black man. He found out he had a lot of Native Indian in his lineage, and he was trying to understand, because he was a Black man, why he had so much Native American in his lineage. And he goes deep into the history of the unification of Black and Hispanics and Native Americans during the time of colonization. When America first was born and the attacks came against Black and Hispanic people and Native Americans, we decided to come together. So if you could give me the page 13 in Black Indians, so we could touch on a little bit about the history, because the first and foremost, this is a bedrock UPK thing we touch on, and it's just because how evil it is, how Christopher Columbus references, his first contact with the Native Americans. I'm just like, it's not page 13, it's chapter 1, where it says it began with Columbus. There'll be a few pages up. It began with Columbus, and just his first description of him dealing with the Native Americans will tell you everything you need to know about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving started way before Columbus, when the first settlers came. I'm sorry, it came a little after Columbus, when they first came into Jamestown and all that nonsense. But a lot of it started with the Spaniards coming into the Americas. The reason why the Hispanics are Hispanics today, so-called, is because the Spanish came in and invaded them. The reason why the Haitian islands and the Jamaican islands and the West Indies and all that look the way they are is because it started with the Spaniard invasion, with the Italians. All these cats that crossed over in the rivers and took over the the tropics, and eventually stepped foot on the Americas. Were you able to find it?
You say it's in the first chapter?
I believe it's the first chapter. It should say it began with Columbus. If you want, go to the table of context. I believe it's the first or second chapter. One of the first few. I don't got my books on me, Akim Salakia. Or if I would have my books, I would have pulled it myself.
You too wild. We're gonna get this information out. You know what I'm saying, sir? Ain't no
Most High
sweat.
Christ.
Right.
Most High Christ, man.
Yeah, I got it.
Got it, Most High Christ. What chapter was it?
It's in chapter 2. It's on page 27.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm a little dyslexic. We're gonna get it right, man. We're gonna get it right. But the water, all right, let's start with that. Chapter 2.
For the people of the Americas, the arrival of Columbus was hardly a blessing.
So you see, they'll tell you this lie in, history class. They'll tell you this lie when it comes to social studies, and this is what they're teaching your children right now, especially right now, because Donald Trump is getting rid of all talks about slavery. He's getting rid of all the talks about critical race theory. He's basically making slavery and colonization seem like it's not a big issue. Like there's a show they're showing kids right now in school where it's Columbus saying, I damn near had to enslave these people or they'll be savages. And this is something they're showing kids in school. And he's saying, I'm not guilty because so many other nations have enslaved people for generations. That don't make it right, dummy. You know what I'm saying? So how it starts off is heavy because this is contrary to everything you've been made to believe here in America. They make you celebrate Columbus Day. Right. They give your children the day off of school. So why? So you be forced to tell them the story. Mommy and Daddy, why don't I have to go to school today? Oh, because we're honoring Columbus. Well, who's Columbus? And you're going to repeat that same rhetoric that you were taught in high school, that you were taught in middle school. You're going to say Columbus discovered America. Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492 and all that garbage, man. Because you've been taught that lie, you're going to pass that same lie on to your children. Right. So that's why what's heavy right here with the cat wrote down, where he said the arrival of Columbus was not a blessing. Go ahead.
No, if I may, real quick, I don't want to.
Oh, so go ahead. My bad.
No, I just wanted to say what you were saying was extra heavy because in schools they make everybody get up and put their hand on their chest and say, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America." You know, right? And they do that as kids. They do that to our children, and then even as adults. If you in the sports, into sports, like we seen with Colin Kaepernick, they make you do it in the NFL too, in the NBA and all these things. They make you stand up, put your hand on your chest, and sing that Star Spangled Banner. You know what I'm saying? It's a ritual. You know what I'm saying? It's so heavy. You know what I'm saying? That we got this information in this book, and that you bring these facts out. So I just want to make that point. It's a lot.
No, you're absolutely right, man. That's 100%. They indoctrinate you. Right. They indoctrinate you. That's what it is. They're like we were just saying. You expecting these people to tell you the truth. It's school. You're going to school to get educated. But instead of educating you, they're filling you up with lies. So you indoctrinate your children, and they indoctrinate their children, and it never gets questions. So now when some crazy niggas are on the street corner telling you, hey, Thanksgiving is evil, now you looking at them like they crazy.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? It's all indoctrination. It's brainwashing at the lowest extent. They start you off with a baby. Now you a grown adult crying about cranberry sauce and turkey. Like, what are we talking about?
None.
Go ahead, though. Let's read a little more if I could.
On his first day, October 12th, 1492, the explorer wrote in his diary, I took some of the natives by force.
Whoa. This can't be right. Not the guy, not, Columbus was a Christian, right? And he's saying he did what? My father said that can't be right. He did what?
He said in his diary, I took some of the natives by force.
Now, I want y'all, a lot of you, all you blackity black Israelites, you Negro only Israelites, I want y'all to listen clearly. Columbus is submitting here. He took some of the Native Americans by force. What does that sound like, y'all? what does that sound like? If I'm wrong, someone help me out here.
Sound like slavery.
It sounds like slavery, don't it? To take somebody by force. Black people were taken by force, right? Ain't that how they ended up here in America?
Yep.
Unknown history, or what you're gonna learn in Thanksgiving. There was a cat. I believe his name was Squanto, if I remember. I believe it was Squanto. When Thanksgiving first started, it started with Squanto. He was kidnapped from his village after a raid, after they slaughtered everyone. Years later, when the discovery of the 13 colonies started getting discovered, they put Squanto, kidnapped him from his village after murdering everybody, right, in his village. Got Squanto, brought him in slavery into England, and brought plenty of more people alongside him. The transatlantic slave trade started with Columbus and continued on with the 13 colonies. The only thing was the Native American brothers and sisters, they weren't used to the vile, disgusting European diseases, so they started dying out. They weren't used to living amongst the filth that were the goddamn Europeans. You hear what I'm saying? They were so filled of bacteria and disgust and bile that we were just dying out. We weren't able to handle it because we were such a clean people.
Right.
We had the laws of the Bible, so we knew how to wash ourselves. So what it's saying right here is what you're seeing is the beginning of what you know today is transatlantic slave trade. He had to take some of the people by force. Go ahead.
He later found the original inhabitants to be tractable, peaceable, and concluded there is not in the world a better nation.
So you got to see how evil this cat was. And this is what you're celebrating on Thursday. He just told you out of his own writings that he did not find in his discoveries and his adventures a more peaceable, a more loving people, a more people that are more understanding and caring. He said that because they tried to show him love. They came off the boat and they greeted Columbus with love and care. They tried showing him how to dwell in the land. They tried giving him a tour. And what did he do? He did what every other white person does. He greeted them with the sword. He went to war with the Native Americans. He enslaved them. We're talking about the Arawaks right now, the Taino Indians. The reason why you Puerto Ricans are now called Puerto Ricans is because Columbus once stood on your island. Right. And he enslaved and then they wiped the Taino population out. Right. Started slaughtering people by the thousands. You get what I'm saying? And he's saying right here basically, I didn't have to do it, but I chose to do it. Mm-hmm. These people were peaceful people. He said out of his own words and his own mouth, there has not been in this world a greater nation. And that's you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Even to this day, there's no greater nation than blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're so loving. We're so kind. We're so understanding. Even now in 2025, when ICE agents are hunting us down and gunning us down, we're still trying to find a way to make peace with America. Mm-hmm. We're trying to find a way for them to love us, to meet a common ground. I got bad news for you, brothers and sisters. There is no common ground. There was no common ground when Columbus came here, so there ain't no common ground now. That's why Thanksgiving is so evil. That's why it's so deplorable if you celebrate it. It's disgusting. Because how can you know the history? Because right now this is common knowledge. There's so many videos out there There's so many brothers out there teaching classes. It is not nothing new to know that Thanksgiving is based off the slaughter of the Native American people. But here's the thing. America teaches you not to care about Native American lives. That they want to teach you that the Native Americans are gone and just destroyed and they don't exist. Now you can be a Native American. Now the white man's the Native American. Every last white man you meet got Cherokee in his blood and Navajo in his blood. And so he's claiming right to the land when the Native Americans still exist. They're just thrown on reservations on the side of the earth where you can't find them because they don't want to see what they done to this people. You want to know why? Because the Native Americans are one of the greatest nations on earth. Right alongside blacks and Hispanics. We're all one great people, but they don't want to show you that side of them because then you'll have a guilty conscience when you put that turkey in your mouth. You'll have a guilty conscience when you put that nasty cranberry sauce all in your mouth. You'll be ready to throw up. And this is light work. I am apologize. This is what you'll read right here. What we're gonna read in this small little snippet right here. This is being nice. This is just the basic waving of the hand. What they did to these people was absolutely disgusting. The amount of rape, the amount of sexual assault, the S.A.ing, the amount of pillaging, the amount of robbery, what they did to the Native Americans and the Hispanic tribes. It's disgusting. And the reason why we have so much accounts of it is because they bragged about it. They wrote home about it. They was telling other adventurers to come on out so they can have backup and they could take advantage of the land and its people. So for them not to teach about this in the school system, to teach where you're and you see this is what they're doing. This is what they're about to do on tomorrow. If your kid's still in school tomorrow or this week, guess what they're about to do this week? They're about to have a Thanksgiving dinner. They're about to give your kid some cranberry and stuffing and turkey, and they're about to make your child sit down in a Thanksgiving dinner. Some of them are going to participate in a play, and there's going to be half of them are going to be pilgrims, half of them are going to be Indians, and they're all going to sit down at the table and celebrate the first Thanksgiving, which was a lie, man. Thanksgiving has always been about the slaughter and destructions about the Native Americans. Y'all wanted to say chime in? I don't want to take over.
Not just about and not only have it been about the destruction and murder and unaliving of the Native Americans. It's Thanksgiving is about the celebration of illegal immigrants coming over here and unaliving Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Native the United States, USA. They so against, illegal immigrants right now, but they about to celebrate illegal immigrants coming over here and unaliving the so-called Native American Indians.
Right. Absolutely. Go ahead, you had something to say, Ash?
No, I said they called them pilgrims.
Right.
They wasn't illegal immigrants. They was pilgrims. They was on a pilgrimage.
Right.
The white man love to put his little terms on it to make it seem as though it's right, or it's more, easier on the ears, like the scriptures say. They speak with a forked tongue. They say one thing and it sounds nice, but really they're saying something that's extremely evil. You know what I'm saying? And also the scriptures say, they like you've been bringing out this whole time. They come over and like Christopher Columbus did. He came over and shook hands and act like he loved the Native Americans, just like the white man do today. He act like he loved, Hispanics and black people. But what are you doing? What he's doing to them is actually destroying their family. And in his mind, even though he's saying nice things, in his mind and in his heart, he actually got war. He actually got the intent to destroy these people. And that's the sad part. And that's the sad part about this spirit of Thanksgiving. Like a lot of our people don't really understand that, it's been embedded into your mind and your spirit since you was a baby. That to have no remorse for celebrating Thanksgiving, even though it can, like you said, they can hear about all the history that they want. They can hear about all of the lives that were sacrificed and murdered in honor of Thanksgiving, and they're still going to do it. And it's the sad part is our people are going to do it. Even Native Americans, some Native Americans going to celebrate Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the sad aspect of that is that, you know, they don't realize what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They don't like also the scriptures say, we serve a God who we know. You know what I'm saying? These people, like a lot of Christians out here, they serving a God you don't even know the God. Like they don't know the God of the Bible. He won't be justified watching something like this. This is not, you know, something that you should be thankful for. The history of America and everything that they've done, and then you want to sit up and gather around a table and eat like it's all hunky dory.
Right.
That ain't the God of the Bible. That ain't how he get down, man. He's a just God. Thousands of millions of people, 77 million Native Americans. Like you bringing up these facts, but I mean that's just like you said, the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
You know, like it's a mountain of evidence on the so-called white man that he inflicted on our Native American brothers and sisters.
Right.
You know, and for us to be endowing into this spirit of Thanksgiving is sad and it's atrocious in the sight of the Most High. That's all I was gonna say, sir. But I ain't want to hold you up too long, sir. So if you had any closing words regarding Thanksgiving and regarding, you know what I'm saying, our people doing this spirit right now, the whole spirit, like this is a whole Black Friday coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a spirit right now that's in the air that's just captivating our people to love America. It's keeping us our minds desolate, you know what I'm saying, to the truths. You know what I'm saying? So if you could, sir, just give any last word before we go ahead and quit the show.
Water again, brothers, for having me on.
Water for coming on.
You know, it's good for, you know, the world to see this, you know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans coming together and showing what it really takes, man. Because right now you got two spirits in America. You got, you know, Malcolm X got a good, you know, of course the brother wasn't in the truth, but he understood some things. And he had a good tape one time called The House Nigga and the Field Nigga. And that's the two spirits that going on right now in America. You got the house slave and the field slave. You got the brothers that are in the field, and they seen it 100%. They saying, you know what? This ain't right. What's going on here in America isn't right. Someone has to do something about it. Then you got the other side that are trying to hold on. They're trying to cling on to the American life. They're trying to cling on to the American way of living and thinking trying to find every nook and cranny to hide in under the white man's goddamn bosom, man. And that's not what's going to happen. So this is what powerful, what Commanding General Yohana got going on in the Israelite School of UPK, bringing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans together, because we are doing something so revolutionary. Everybody right now is trying to protest. Everybody's right now trying to go on podcasts, trying to say they're so for the people, they're so this, they're so that. We have to do this to unite. We have to do that to unite. I'm going to tell you what you got to do, unite. You got to stop celebrating Thanksgiving. It starts with that. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You want to really hurt white people. You want to destroy their infrastructure. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't celebrate any of his holidays he gave you. Bleed America dry. Don't go out and buy nothing at Black Friday and sit in all these lines. You know, they saying there's going to be so many Black Friday deals this for Black Friday because the American economy is crumbling so hard right now. The consumer infrastructure is going crazy. That there's meaning the people barely have any money to even go out and buy things on Black Friday. So they have to bring the prices down so much. So many places are going to have so many prices that they're bringing down because they're trying to beg for your money. When there is no money around, the American economy, the American dollar is plummeting. America's going down. The Lord is fighting for the freedom of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. but you have to fight for yourselves as well, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, woman, and child. And the way you do it is by joining with your brothers, man. Joining with your brothers, learn what it really takes to love your people. And the ISUPK County Command General will show you how to do it, man. Don't love and serve America. America, we loved and served America for over 500 years. We fought in their wars, celebrated their holidays. He told us jump, we jumped. We ran, we ran. Whatever we did for America. And what have we got in return? We have gotten ICE facilities popping up all around America. We got an alligator Alcatraz. You know what I'm saying? We got him deported. We got him shot in the back. We got Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice. This is what happens when we serve and love America for so long. Is we get murdered. We get wiped out. So this is what we have to do as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We have to fight the war on our front. Meaning you don't got to go pick up no gun, brother. You don't got to go storm the Capitol. You don't got to go storm the White House. But guess what? You got to put on all black and tie up your boots and be ready to die and fight for your people, man. It's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They need you. They need brothers and sisters coming together and someone they can look up to and say, that's someone I can be. I can get off drugs because that brother got off drugs. I can stop being a gang member because he stopped being a gang member. I can make something of myself because that brother made something of himself. And that's exactly what Command Gianna is doing every day in the ISUPK. But it starts with the small things, brothers. This is how you do it. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving. If this is your first time watching a UPK class, broadcast, anything clip, do yourself a favor and heed these words. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Just go to Wendy's, get you some chicken nuggets, stock up the chicken nuggets for the day, and eat your chicken nuggets for the rest of the day. Make you a cold cut chicken sandwich. You know what I mean? Eat something. You know what I mean? Go on fast. Do whatever, but don't eat no turkey tomorrow. Don't eat none of that collard greens. Don't eat none of those sweet potatoes. But make you a pizza. You know, go get you a damn a frozen pizza. Put that in the oven. And there you go. You know, don't participate in any of this nonsense, man. Be a man and actually stand up for your people. That's what I had to say, brothers. The water.
Most High in Christ, man. So once again, man, this has been another edition of the follow-up, man. We do this every Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Commander Johnny Hanna, man, and the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Captain Mawa Quad, who hosts the Roundtable of Truth at 8:30 p.m. every Friday night. Make sure y'all tune in to that. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be plenty of more stories, plenty of more information coming out, man. I mean, so I'm Precinct Officer 1000, Ashar, here with Precinct Officer of 500. Pop this out, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. See y'all next time, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Lord Christ. Hey, y'all, thank you everybody that joined my TikTok.
Puerto Ricans, because I'm Puerto Rican.
We saying that you are the Lord's chosen people. That's right. And you my sister. Right. That's what we saying. Now, can I show you in the Bible?
Yeah, and my second's gonna expire, but I heard Puerto Rican earlier.
Yeah.
So what is it? How are you seeing that again?
Ephraim. So according to the Bible, you are one of the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That's right. The Puerto Ricans are a very special group of people. That's right. That's why we're out here to teach you your ancient culture and past.
Now, is it because of the Indian culture or the Indian tribe?
Yes.
Okay, going back that far.
So the Arawak Indians, the Taino Indians, they derived from the Middle East. Yeah. They traveled to Puerto Rico. Yeah. But they are the original Israelites.
Because I got African American in me. We're all kind of all connected.
We're brothers and sisters by blood.
Yeah.
By blood.
Because I know that growing up, but I'm 57. I've been here since I was 2. Yeah. But I knew about that part of it. Right. But I was driving by and I heard you guys and I'm like, what's he saying about Puerto Ricans? Let me go check.
Yeah. So we saying that you are the Lord's chosen people.
Gonna put away lying when we go into the house of lies every day.
Christ died for blacks and Hispanics to know how to love one another. There is no gang banging in the Bible. Ain't no Latin Kings, ain't no GDs. But guess what? Christ died for them. Christ died for the Latin King. Christ died for the GDs and the folks. Christ died for the peoples, man. Christ died for all blacks and Hispanics that are out here suffering at the hands of the white race, man. Read that. They're all of them snared it home. They what? Snared it home. All of us are snared. Well, that's why they call what the hood? They call the hood the trap. We're all in the trap right now. What's that trap right now? 400 or 500 years ago, blacks and Hispanics used to be in chains. You used to be able to see the chains on your neck and on your hands and feet. But them chains ain't here no more. What chains are they talking about? The chains that are in your mind. The chains of Christianity. The chains of the white man's philosophy. He's telling you every Sunday you gotta love him, but he's coming to hunt you down in the barrio. See, that's the problem with white America. They always want to talk about we gotta love them, but America was made great through Hispanics. America was founded through Hispanics. You want to know how all of Chicago got built? Through Hispanics. You want to know how Chicago got built up and made up? You want to know who's running all those nice hotels on the Magnificent Mile? Hispanics. You want to know who built up America? Black people. You know who built up America? The Native Americans. So how they gonna sit here and say blacks and Hispanics are the problem? You are the greatest thing walking the face of the earth. So why don't they treat you like it? Because you got to come back to your nationality, black man, Hispanic man. You are the Israelites. You see the sign right here to the right of me? This is your true nationality. This is your nationality that was stolen away from you from the conquistadors. This is your nationality that was stolen away from you from the white pilgrims that came in. You got to celebrate Thanksgiving, thinking Thanksgiving is a celebration of God, when the Thanksgiving is the celebration of Satan. Thanksgiving is a celebration of the death of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You want to know what Thanksgiving is a celebration about? They slaughtered 100 million Native Americans. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, you might as well be happy with these ice creams. Because that's where it started. It started in 1492. It started when white people came here. They came here and Hispanics and Native Americans showed them how to survive. How do they pay you back? They sent ice agents in your neighborhood, man. Now I got good news for you. This is the gospel. Remember that. The gospel means what? Good news. This is the good news. Donald Trump is going to have to pay for what he's doing to the Hispanics. One another. Jesus Christ died for